All right, bus stop forecast time. Let's talk about this winter storm blowing in. Here's some live shots right now of what's going on around the state. That shot right there, that is snowing and going right now. That's out right along the Oklahoma-Texas Panhandle border, right along I-40. A lot of these areas really getting inundated with heavy snowfall. Visibility is dropping down to about 1/4 mile, making it really difficult to see. And your brights are on, or your lights are on. That snow is falling in between, so it makes it real difficult to see. So we've got that going on out west. Right now in the metro, shots look good. So we're looking good here in around Oklahoma City. We also have Marty Logan out west right now. We'll have our trackers all out over the state today. We're going to cover this thing from beginning to end. It's just beginning. We've got Marty out there. Let's go to Marty. Marty, you've been out this morning watching the conditions here this morning. Your shot's a little bit dark, but let's talk about what's going on right now. I know you've been into a little rain and snow in the Altus area. Let's get an update from you.
Yeah, I'm just about probably 10 minutes from I-40. And, Jed, what I'm starting to see is exactly what you and Lacey were talking about on snow piling up on fences, power lines, trees. I was trying to get set up on one, but I wasn't able to do it. But the snow is really sticking to everything out here. I'm just south of I-40 and Sayre, moving north. Back to you.
Very good. Let's go ahead and check out the winter storm advisories going on here for today. This will take us into tonight, probably to about midnight, when the storm will start wrapping up here in the central part of the state and then shift over into the eastern parts of Oklahoma. Winter storm warning covering most of Oklahoma. David, he's going to come in here this morning. We'll check in with him as he arrives here a little bit later this morning. This is going to be a long event from morning to evening. Well, like I said, end about midnight, so just get ready to go. For Oklahoma City, right now we are good. No major problems. We're seeing some rain start to move in. That snow's still back out to the west, but eventually that rain will transition over to snow. And once it transitions to snow, we'll have a period of about 12, maybe 15 hours of snowfall before this thing will wind down. So we could get some snowfall accumulation. That's what we're expecting as the system moves across the state of Oklahoma. So there it is. Let's trek it here this morning, see where the snow is right now. It runs from near Thomas to Clinton. That's been rain, now just transitioning over to snow. And that snow that's falling right now is heavy. A lot of moisture laden with this snowfall. So good moisture amounts coming out of the storm as it moves in. There's your snow back out to where Marty's at. Again, already 2 to close to 3 inches of snowfall out to the west as that moves in. Again, watching that moving into central Oklahoma. Road conditions right now, watching that road temp, it's now dropping to near 32 out west. That's where our roads will be at their toughest right now, but eventually that will move up into the state. For now, we've got toughest conditions out west where Marty's at. We'll check in with him again. But Lacey, we're just at the beginning of this thing as it rolls out in across Oklahoma.
Yes, and the sun is not up yet, so folks are just now getting up, going outside, taking a peek. Send us your pictures, your reports. Western Oklahoma, Tim West sent this to us out from Sayre. He went out and measured. He said it's at least 3 inches of heavy, wet snow blanketing the area, even covering the pavement. So what's happening is as the precip falls, it's heavy enough, it is dropping that temperature quickly, and that's what we're expecting to happen as a shield of rain and eventually all snow moves up across Oklahoma. So for the metro, between 7 o'clock and 10 a.m., a cold rain, maybe some snowflakes mixing in. We've had a little light snow now down near Chickasha. Roadways mainly wet. Between 10 o'clock and 2 p.m., midday, mid-morning through early afternoon, heavy rain mixed with heavy snow, and it may go back and forth, all snow to rain for a little while. Some slush develops on the roadways between 2 and 6. All heavy snow is when it starts to transition and change over, and the roads do start to get worse. What that means is now through at least the early afternoon, you can travel across Oklahoma as long as you're using caution. Might have some patches of slush. It's not until later this evening that the roads really start to get worse. At least that's the way it looks right now, with slick roads likely tonight and early tomorrow morning. We're at 38 degrees. We've dropped 1 degree in Oklahoma City. Dew point values at 27. Why does that matter? The air is very dry. So as that precip falls, it will actually drop the air temperature, and those two numbers will meet somewhere in the low 30s, close to freezing. Right now, mid 30s, some 40s to the south where the snow has been falling. Look how everyone has now dropped to freezing. That continues as this precip continues to make its way across the state. So for the metro, mid 30s at 7 to low 30s through mid-morning into the afternoon, from a mix to all snow. Future Next Gen showing the rain lifting on up our direction. Snow still flying out west. All rain down in southern Oklahoma through mid mid-morning, it starts to transition to that mix, and then it's all blue, taking you into the late afternoon and evening, and it snows until about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So how much? No changes here. 3 to 6 inches of snow. That'll be the lower end to the high end. Somewhere folks land kind of in between there, from Tologa to Sealing to Enid, back down to the Oklahoma City Metro. And for the zone in red, 4 inches up to 8 inches in Bullseyes, and then it'll be a quick drop off to an inch to a trace down in far southern and southeastern Oklahoma. So across the metro, by the time it's all said and done, some folks 3 inches, 4, 5, 6, up to possibly some Bullseyes of 8. Temperatures flirting with freezing, so there'll be some melting for quite a while. And then by tonight and tomorrow morning, roadways slick and hazardous in spots, but a lot of melting. You're not snowed in your house for days. We're back to 39 on Wednesday, 40s to 50s into the weekend, and a big cold blast, Arctic air next week. All right, we're back with much more coverage of the winter storm after this.